Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beat the Book. We've made it. It is week 1. It is Sunday. This is our best video of the week. It's our longest video of the week. This is the week where we have teasers, we have our touchdown scorer parlay, we have our prop parlay, and yeah, that's about it. We also have our locks of the week. Can't forget about that. It's going to be an awesome week. It's week 1, obviously. I'm stoked the football's back. I don't know about you, BigAL, but as you guys know, I'm MattyBets. If you guys don't know by now, welcome to the channel for the first time. I'm MattyBets, joined by BigAL Bettor. BigAL, how you doing tonight?
I am doing phenomenal. Obviously, we're recording this late Thursday night. We just watched that, Dallas Eagles game. Unfortunately, we were both on the over. We end just short. It's just a heartbreaker. Weather delay doesn't help anybody. But anyway, if you guys clicked on the channel, if you guys clicked on the video, clicked on the channel, you guys know why you're here. We do sports betting. This is Beat the Book. We hit it at 56% rate basically last year on our locks of the week. That's our biggest thing on the Sunday videos.
It is, too.
We got our 6 pick teasers, which DraftKings just changed their freaking odds. So now instead of a plus 600, it's a plus 500, which kind of sucks. And then we give you guys a touchdown score parlay and a prop parlay.
Yeah, it's a prop parlay. We take 6 picks. That's what we did this week. We'll see if we change it.
Right.
Last year, we were doing 6 to 8 picks, so we'll see. We might just keep it at 6 for the touchdown scores and the props. We'll see how we do it. This week, we just both decided to do 6 for each. Still get really good odds on it. Obviously, you're taking 6 touchdown scores. You're taking 6 props. Like, it does pay a lot more than you would think, so I do like our picks that we have, too. I don't know about yours. I like mine, though.
I like mine a lot. I feel pretty good. My touchdown score parlay, it ended up being all receivers. I was going to throw some running backs in, so it kind of got out of control. The odds are nuts on it. If it hits, it's like, a half a unit could probably pay your mortgage for
exactly.
But anyway, guys, the way we do this, we hop in first. We do our locks of the week. The way that works, I go through the slate. I pick 5 picks I like. Over-unders or spreads. They're single bets. Matt goes through and does the exact same thing. Then we collaborate. And if we agree on any, we instantly just agree on that. Boom, because usually we don't agree on all of them. And then we have to convince the other person to come to our side. And with that method, last season we were able to hit at 56%, which is a pretty good rate. If you're anywhere close to a professional bettor, 53% is in the money. So we hit well above that. So that is what we're going to hop into the video with. Then we'll hop into the touchdown score parlay, the prop parlay, and end with the teasers. Matt, anything I missed there, or are we ready to just kind of hop into this?
No, I think we're ready to rock. As you guys see, TV behind us, we got a little visual aid for you guys this year. We told you guys we're going to try to make it a little bit better. Production value is going to go up this year, so this is what we're working with now. For the locks of the week, like you were talking about. He brings 5, I bring 5. We don't know each other's 5. We don't talk about it. We don't discuss it. So we're not going to have an image for that. We'll have an image for like the prop parlay, so you guys can pause the video if you want to. Write it down. If you're at the sports book, you guys can pause it. You guys can look, make your bets, and there you go. So a little bit more visual aid, so it's not just us talking. You guys have something to look at too. So, but
Absolutely. We
can jump into it if you want to. You want to bring your locks first?
All right, sounds good. Yeah, I will go first for my 5 locks of the week. Here we go. I got the Steelers -3. I love that against the Jets. Aaron Rodgers going back up against Pittsburgh against the Jets, his old team, and Justin Fields, kind of a revenge game because he was on Pittsburgh last year. I love the Steelers -3. Mike Tomlin is really good in week 1, and I think this team is just great. And I don't trust the Jets. I think their defense will be really good because Aaron Glenn's a good coach.
Yeah.
Well, he should be a good defensive coach. Defense is easy in week 1s, but offense is not. So I expect the Steelers to come out here and just play way better ball. I'm playing the coach in that matchup. For my other one, I got the Bucks at -1.5, taking on Atlanta. We just lost our screen.
We did.
Bada bing.
And there we go.
And we're back.
Technical
Just like
difficulties.
that. Okay, then I got the Bucks -1.5. They're taking on Atlanta. I think the Bucks are going to easily take this division. I think Baker's going to want revenge because I believe they lost both games to the Falcons last season.
Yes.
Matt Ryan went off for those 500 yards. I don't think they have that struggle again this season, so I like the Bucks -1.5. I got 2 for the Niners Seahawks game. I like the Niners spread at -2.5, and I like the over 43.5. 7 of the last 10 games that the Niners and Seahawks have played have gone over this number, so only 3 have not. So I love that. The over there is calling my name, and we know the Niners play really well in Seattle. We're right outside Seattle. We know that. And then my final pick is to be the Commanders over 45.5.
Commanders over. Okay.
Commanders are playing the Giants.
Yep.
And the Giants were the highest scoring team in the preseason. Not that the preseason matters, but we expect them to score points. Jaden Daniels and company, we expect them to score points. And it's not like the Commanders last year had this crazy defense that was stopping people from scoring. They just went out, scored a bunch of points, and they just happened to outscore their opponent. So I like the over 45.5 with the Commanders.
All right,
those are my 5.
I will say, before we'll preface this like we always
Absolutely.
do, this is what we did last year. We do not agree on any.
Okay, hey.
So the first week,
way
you
to
guys know,
start it.
yeah,
Here we
it's
go.
the way to start it off. And I will let you know the line did change on that Niners game.
Okay.
It is now -1.5.
Okay.
I was looking a couple hours ago. It's -1.5 now instead of -2.5.
That's why you guys always shop around, check books, because you don't want to be paying an extra point if you don't have to.
Exactly. So I'll go into mine. First off, I got Bengals -5.5 at the Browns. Bengals played in the offseason or in the preseason like they haven't before. Joe Burrow was playing. He looked great, looked sharp. Jamar Chase, still a guy out there. They looked phenomenal. I don't think the Browns are even close to sniffing what the Bengals can do, even if their defense is good. Obviously, they have Myles Garrett there. I just think the Bengals going to roll in this one and just rout them.
Okay.
They're obviously on the road, but it's still the Bengals. Best offense in the league, in my opinion, should be this year. We'll see if that actually continues. Next, we're on Commanders -6 versus the Giants. I'm not taking the over. I'm taking Commanders -6 at home against the Giants. I'm not trusting the Giants. I think the Giants are going to be pretty good this year. I have a lot of faith in Russell Wilson. But I think the Commanders are just too good of a team to lose by or not win by a touchdown. So I like that one there. I got the Colts -1.5 versus the Dolphins. They're at home, -1.5. Danny Dimes, resurrect your career here in Indianapolis. Better weapons than you've ever had in your career. And we saw him play good when he was on the Giants for the 1 year. So take that with for what you want to. I'm trusting Danny Dimes, obviously. I got the Colts jersey on. I got a Richardson jersey on. Sadly, he's riding the bench this year. Next, we're on Lions at Packers. We're taking the over in this game. I like the Packers offense. I like the Packers defense a lot too, but I also think the Lions they're still the team to beat there in that division. So give me a Lions, Packers, massive shootout. They're scoring 55 in my opinion. So I love the over 47.5 right here. And then my last pick will be Texans at Rams. We're also taking the over in that. It's a lower over too. 43.5.
Yeah.
43.5 for the Rams and Texans. Texans offense should be pretty decent. O-line got reworked, but you got Matt Stafford, brand new weapon, Devontae Adams, still one of the purest receivers in the league. I like Devontae on this team with Puka. Got rid of Cooper Kupp, but I like the Rams offense against the Texans defense, even though the Texans defense should be a top 5 unit this year, just like they were last year. But over 43.5 is just too low of points for me. So what say you? What do you like? What do you hate?
We got a lot in there. We got a lot in there, guys. This is week 1. Obviously, the minds have not melded yet. So that's why
we're not going to be on the same level.
Completely opposite of my 5 picks. I'm on the record. We have a short out on the channel. Did pretty well. I don't like Miami at all, but I don't know if I can get to Colts -1.5 at home. I don't trust the Bengals in week 1 because
you don't.
No, because
they played in the preseason.
I need to see it too.
You did though in the preseason. You saw them.
They have let you down. I almost put a lot of money on them against the Patriots last year, and I didn't. Thank God.
Okay.
Lions Packers over. I looked at that one too. Both games last season they flew over.
Yes, of course.
They were in the 50s.
And the Packers should be better. Lions probably a little worse, but if the Packers are better, there you go. Maybe a defensive touchdown for the Packers
Tommy's
too.
-6. I almost want to do that, but we just saw tonight where we didn't think Dallas was going to be that good, and the Eagles, a better team. Okay, maybe you did.
I was on the
rest
+7.5.
of the world was like a lot of
the
people
plus
were
money
not.
play was always the play. Divisional game.
So it's tough
sense.
to take a -6 against a Giants team that could be really good. Texans Rams over 43.5. That one's tempting, but also Texans defense is supposed to be really good.
Rams but if you're not gonna take any of mine, I'm not gonna take any of yours, and then we'll just have a little stalemate here. So you gotta at least give me something here. Which one of these would you take if you had to take any?
I think I'd trust the Pack Lion over.
See, and I don't know because that one's 47.5. You wouldn't trust Texans Rams over 43.5?
I don't like. Stafford? Because I don't know what the Texans' defense is going to be. I guess, gun to head, if I had to take one of these, it's Commies -6.
It is. That's the best play here.
The best play.
Best play is -6 for the Commanders. Best play, I think second best play is Texans Rams over 43.5.
I think second best play might be your Colts, which scares the...
Yeah, see, so you don't even like that.
Piss out.
I will say, I did write down Steelers -3 and crossed it out.
Why?
So I'm taking that one. We'll lock that one in. Steelers
-3 is a lock?
Yeah, that one's a lock. Just to make it easy for you. I don't know. Bucks -1.5 scares me a little bit because we don't know. There's a lot of question marks around the Falcons. They could be really good.
They could be, but we know what we're getting with Baker.
Yes, but The Falcons can be really good.
We get Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, and this new rookie.
Okay, we'll lock in Bucks minus 1.5 then because they have won the division like 6-7 years in a row.
You like Bucks minus 1.5 better than Niners minus 2.5 or the Niners Seahawks over?
Yep,
that's happened 7
I
out of 10
don't
times.
like Niners Seahawks over. I'm not gonna trust it. Those games always.
And you don't
seem
like
weird
Commanders
to me.
Giants to get to 46 points.
No, but I like Commanders minus 6. So now you're taking one of mine. We're taking Bucks minus 1.5. We're taking Steelers minus 3. Now you're picking one of mine. I made it easy for you. All you have to do is pick one. That's it. Just pick one. I picked 2 of yours. Steelers one I already have.
You think Bucks minus 1.5 is better than Niners minus 2.5?
Mm-hmm. I do.
All right, so we'll pencil in Bucks minus 1.5.
Bucks and Steelers both penciled in. What's the next line? What's the next one that we're taking?
Which one of these do you feel the best about?
I honestly, if I had to be completely honest, because I think the team's garbage, it's Bengals minus 5.5.
I can't do it.
Yeah, I know you can't because of what you've seen week 1 every single year.
Yep.
So
want to do it.
Commanders minus 6 seems like the easiest thing. We saw Russell Wilson kind of shine in the preseason, but like you said, preseason doesn't matter.
It's a lot of points.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. And the Commanders also put up a lot of points. That's what they did all of last year. With Jaden Daniels, obviously, Jaden Daniels is phenomenal. So, but I don't mind Lion Packers over 47.5 either, and I think that might be the clear winner. Just don't even overthink it, right? You have the Lions, you have the Packers. They hit this. They blew this number out. They should be shooting. They should be scoring 55 in this one.
But then you got that new offensive coordinator for the Lions. Is their offense going to be?
But they still have all the talent.
Sure.
Exactly. They're still going to be able to put points up on your defense. Sorry about it. And I think that they still win this game too. But I'm not taking a spread. I'm not putting my money there. But
okay, so
I go over 47.5.
Okay. I'm good with both. You want to go Lions Packers over, or you want to go Commies minus 6?
Let's go Lions Packers over.
All right, we're penciling.
I feel better about that one than I do Commies minus 6. Just could happen, but I could also see Russell Wilson just like blowing up.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, exactly. But Lions Packers, both teams can blow up. That's fine. We still hit our over.
Right. We don't even need a winner in that game.
Yep.
Which is I think 2.5 point spread.
Yep. So locks of the week, guys. We have Lions at Packers over 47.5. We have Steelers minus 3 at the Jets, and then we have the Bucks minus 1.5. Are they at home or on the road?
They're on the road in Atlanta.
They're on the road at the Falcons minus 1.5 for the Bucks. Those are the 3 locks of the week. You guys heard the debates. You guys heard the deliberation here. That's what we do every single week. So tune in next Sunday to hear it again. Hopefully we can agree on a couple that we bring to the table.
Potentially.
It is still week 1. We don't know a lot of these teams. Falcons have question marks. Yeah, Vikings question marks. Like there's a lot of question marks around the league right now. We're just trying to make the best of what we can right now. So, with that being said, Al, would you like to jump into your touchdown scores?
Yeah, I think we should probably do that. So, I mean, I feel pretty solid with these Lions Packers. And there you guys go. Up on the board behind us, we've got the touchdown score parlay. So I'm just going to run through this real quick.
Yep.
And then, then we'll get yours.
Yep.
And so for the first one, I got George Kittle playing the Seahawks to get a touchdown. It's pretty cut and dry. He's at the touchdown in 4 of the last 5 against these guys. He tends to just score. He tends to have big games against Seattle, so I love that. Next, I got Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy?
It's pretty straightforward. He should be the threat. The Browns, who else do they really have to catch the ball except for Njoku? Yep. So I like him against the Bengals. What do we know about the Bengals?
Terrible defense.
Terrible defense. So give me Jerry Jeudy. Next, I got Terry McLaurin. He just got paid. Brian Robinson Jr., they shipped him out of town. I'm not going to trust Austin Eckler to run a ball in, but I trust Terry McLaurin to get in the end zone, so I love that a lot. And they're playing the Giants, who their weakness is their secondary.
They have a great pass rush, just bad
secondary. And Jaden Daniels can buy time with a good pass rush. Next, I got Mike Evans. He only, almost leads the league every single year in touchdowns. He's also the only healthy veteran receiver, aside from Cade Otton, who's a tight end, that they're going to have. And Abuka, we'll see what he does. But Baker also, what did he do? Just second best quarterback for touchdowns last season.
And he only lost that near the end of the season when Joe Burrow
was on fire. So I expect him to be dealing the rock. Then I got Tyreek Hill, the fastest receiver in football. I don't know if he still is, but he was. I expect Tua to be out there dealing, and it's the Colts secondary, which I don't really trust. And then my final pick's going to be Matthew Golden, the rookie. I was going to take Josh Jacobs, but when I looked at it, I had all receivers. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to take Josh Jacobs. He also, in both games last year against the Lions, he had a touchdown in one, and then he didn't score in the other. So I was like, But Matthew Golden's the new toy. He's the fastest player in the draft. I expect them to be throwing the rock a lot. This thing pays out a plus 26,969.
Plus 26,000. If you guys can't see it on the screen, it's a little hidden there with the money that we have right there. But a plus 26,000, that's ridiculous. If we can hit this week 1, I mean, we could
That's
just
a mortgage
retire,
payment.
right? We
It's
could
a
just
mortgage
retire.
payment. It's a mortgage payment.
So, obviously, massive odds on that. I don't really have an issue with any of these guys. Obviously, you look at them, you're like, oh, they're all pretty much the number ones on their team. We'll see about Golden, obviously, but he's the rookie. He's the new toy. Tyreek Hill, we know who he is. When Tua is healthy, he goes to Tyreek. Tyreek does whatever Tyreek wants to do for the most part. Last year was a down year for him. 2 years before that, 1,700 receiving yard years. So one was 17, like the other one I think was 19 or almost 1,900. Like that's just what he does with Tua. Last year Tua was hurt. Tyreek was dealing with a wrist injury. I like him on this a lot. You got Terry McLaurin, obviously, big payday. Jerry Jeudy, number one receiver. George Kittle, top 3 tight end in the league.
Yep.
Like the guy's just Mr. Consistent. So I like all of those. And one thing that we do know, my favorite pick on that is the first one. It's George Kittle. What does he do against Seattle? He torches them every single time he plays them. He's good for a touchdown, probably 80 yards. That's just what he does.
And
he
about
loves
6
playing against
catches.
Seattle. He loves playing in Seattle too. So that's awesome. All right, I'll jump into mine here real quick. First off, we're going with the guy, the GOAT, the leader last year, Triple Crown winner. We're going Jamar Chase. I just think against this Browns defense, I think the pass rush will be good. Obviously, they have
Myles Garrett,
one of the best pass rushers in the league. But I don't trust that secondary. I just don't trust that team. And Jamar Chase, because he just gets force-fed the ball.
True.
So give me Jamar Chase there. Next, we're going Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz killed it last year. And a lot of people don't even know that. He killed it for the Commanders. Like, he just did. And Jaden Daniels likes him a lot. He's their red zone guy. Terry McLaurin, he gets it sometimes, but that's normally when they're 20, 30 yards out. If they're 5 yards out and they don't have a running back, they got rid of Brian Robinson, they're throwing it to Zach Ertz. They're looking his way. Next, we're on Alvin Kamara. All Alvin Kamara's done his whole entire career is just do what he does. Mr. Consistent, in my opinion. Catches balls, runs them. He can do it all. And he's the most consistent, in my opinion, like out of a lot of running backs to do both sides of it. So, and he doesn't get injured that often either. So, like Kamara there. Next, we're going Bijan Robinson. I like him against the Bucs. Bucs defense, I think, is a little underrated. But Bijan is supposed to be like this great talent, so he should be able to get in. And I think the Falcons, if they're close enough to the red zone, they're going to force feed him the ball. Next, we're going Brock Bowers. Great year last year. I'm not high on him in fantasy this year, but I think week 1, that's their best weapon on the team. You got to throw to Brock Bowers. Obviously, you got the running back there too, but I just think Brock Bowers will get in the end zone. Last but not least, we're on Jonathan Taylor for the Indianapolis Colts. We're on. He's a minus 180 play here, by the way. This is the worst minus that we have on here. Jonathan Taylor should be able to run all over this defense. Like all he doesn't
like to. They don't like to stop the run.
No, they don't. And also, like if you get past that front line, you're gone, and you can burst it. Make a run for it. I like Jonathan Taylor there. Mine only pays out plus 7,000, so considerably a lot less than yours. I only have 2 plus money plays on this, but I love it. Like this parlay should hit, in my opinion. If it doesn't, whatever, we'll miss it by 1. But like you guys can do what we started doing last year: single bet every single touchdown score. You'll still win money at the end of the day. So I like that at plus 7,000.
We can't guarantee you're gonna win money, but.
You should.
If you're 50% on these, you're going to make money because most touchdown scores are plus money. I'm guessing the 2 plus money plays in here are Ertz and Brock.
Yeah, it'd be Zach Ertz and Brock Bowers.
Yep. That makes sense. I don't really have too much of a problem with them. Obviously, like you said, you're taking minus money plays. And, Brock Bowers playing the Patriots, we'll see.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think the Patriots secondary.
You make a good point with Zach Ertz. I think he had 8 touchdowns last year. He's a great player. Jonathan Taylor, that one always scares me because I never know what I'm getting with that guy. And then Kamara is just going to be the question mark. But the Saints are playing the Cardinals, and I don't know how good the Cardinals are going to be on defense.
But it's like your question marks are the guys that are the most minus money on this list. So
and then Jamar Chase, it doesn't matter if they try to stop him.
It doesn't matter the defense. He can play against the Ravens. Doesn't matter. I'm still taking him for a touchdown. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Like I said, he gets force-fed the ball.
He does. All right, let's move on to the props.
Let's do it.
I got my prop parlay here. It's a lot of similar names up in here, but I'll just jump right into it. So I got George Kittle, 50-plus receiving yards. He's done this in all but 2 games in his last 8 against the Seahawks.
Yep.
I went back through and looked at the last 10 games, basically. He's gone for 50 in almost every single one of them. Then I got Matthew Golden. I'm going to take him over his line at 48.5 receiving yards. I like him for 50. He's going to be the deep threat guy. He's going to be the big play guy. All it's going to take for him to hit this is if second play of the game, they're like, let's get the new toy involved, 45-yard play, and he's going to catch a bunch of balls.
Yeah.
And they were trying to feed him the ball in preseason as well. Then I got Terry McLaurin, 5+ receptions. Now, here's the fun fact for you. McLaurin's playing the Giants. Last year against the Giants, he had 5 receptions in both games against them. He had more than this. And he only didn't get this in 6 of the games all season. So there's 18 games plus the playoffs. There's 17 games plus the playoffs. And that was the first year with Jaden Daniels. Now we're in season 2, so I feel like he's going to do even better.
That chemistry should be a lot better than it was.
You would think.
Mm-hmm.
Next, I'm going to go Baker Mayfield. 240+ passing yards.
I like that a lot.
I love that a lot. He should do this. One game against Atlanta, he didn't do this.
Okay.
Second one, he crossed it. So it could be a little dicey, but I expect him to be, with healthy receivers, to get there. Aaron Rodgers is my next pick. 210+ yards. I get the Jets defense is going to be good, but he just played against these dudes all season last year in practice. I expect him to be able to deal the rock. And people don't know, I've said it in all the breakdown videos, 3,800 yards last year. Nobody knows that.
Yeah.
Nobody recognizes that. 3,800 yards on a down year. So I think he'd get 210. But my final pick is going to be Nick Chubb, 50+ rushing yards for the Texans against the Rams. Rams defense is good, but they were giving up 130 yards a game last year on the ground. So I don't know if Jared Verse and the boys have kind of dialed that back in, but Nick Chubb is getting the start. Joe Mixon is out for the foreseeable future. I expect Nick Chubb to come in and run well. Joe Mixon played so good last year.
He did.
He rushed really well. So I think Nick Chubb get 50. So just run through that real quick again. That's George Kittle, 50+ receiving yards. Matthew Golden over his line of 48.5 receiving yards. Terry McLaurin, 5+ catches. Baker Mayfield, 240+ passing yards. Aaron Rodgers, 210+ passing yards. And then Nick Chubb, 50+ rushing yards. I couldn't feel better about it. This thing pays out a plus 46.59 over on DraftKings.
A 46.59, you get to see it right there. DraftKings right there too. That's what we're doing for all of these. We're just using DraftKings odds. Obviously, go and check your other books and stuff like that. But for the sake of simplicity, we're just using the same book, especially for the parlays. It's kind of like you get a little here, you lose a little there. Like FanDuel will have odds where you get a little less money, but then you have another pick on the same parlay that gives you plus money. Kind of does even itself out.
Absolutely.
I like those a lot. I will say my favorite one here is the Nick Chubb 50, just because it's the Texans, and it's like
gettable, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, we saw last year,
and I believe it's plus 105.
It's probably plus money, I would say. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and 50 yards seems pretty easy for a guy that used to be considered one of the best running backs in the league.
Right.
So I like that a lot. I'll jump into mine here real quick. Boom, as you guys can see on the screen. First pick, Matthew Golden, 50+ receiving yards.
Wow.
That's what we're doing. We're taking it. It's still a minus money play, but it's the new toy. Fastest time at the combine. Love that. Love guys that have speed. Doesn't have to be a deep threat to hit 50 yards. So he can be Mr. Consistent. That's fine by me.
Catch 6 passes.
10. Yep. That's fine by me. And then maybe he catches one in stride and runs it for 30. That's fine. Next, we're going fastest man alive, in my opinion. Especially fastest man in the league. We're going Tyreek Hill, 60+ receiving yards. Seems like a lot, but at the same time, too, when Tyreek's healthy, Tua's healthy, these guys, they just go off. And Tyreek averages about 100 yards a game when they're both healthy and they're both firing on cylinders. Love that. Next, we're going with a second-year player. Got started last year. Ricky Pearsall, 50+ receiving yards. It's a reach. I get it. It's plus money. I understand. But guess what? Who else is Purdy going to throw to besides Kittle? So give me 50+ for Ricky Pearsall there. Love that. Next, we're doing it again. Another new toy, just like Matthew Golden. We're going Devontae Adams, 60+ receiving yards. We know Devontae Adams is still one of the best pure receivers in the league. We love Devontae Adams. You love Devontae Adams. Mm-hmm. He's one of the best receivers, in my opinion, that's still in the league. 60+ receiving yards with somebody like Stafford who can air the ball and play smart. That's exactly what Devontae's going to do. He's going to be just like a Cooper Kupp, just a little bit faster, maybe a little bit better. I like him for 60. Next, we're going to jump into the quarterbacks now, okay? Relax. Cam Ward, 1 interception. We're taking him to throw a pick against the best defense, should be the best defense in the league, Denver Broncos. I like that. You take a rookie quarterback up against a really good coach, really good defense. Normally, they throw a pick. There's always a mistake. Just hard to not do against a really good defense. Next, we're going Russell Wilson, 2+ passing touchdowns against the Commanders. I like that a lot. Commander secondary, I think that their front 8 is really good. I'm not sure about that secondary, and I think Russell Wilson can still air the ball, and I think he has enough weapons there to actually be able to get the job done. That pays out plus 5,195. Run through them again real quick so you guys have it. So we have it for a short if you want to make that. Matthew Golden, 50+. Tyreek Hill, 60+. Ricky Pearsall, 50+. Devontae Adams, 60+. Cam Ward, 1 interception against that stout Denver defense. Then we got Russell Wilson, 2 passing touchdowns against the Commanders. Pays out plus 5,195.
Wow. I kind of dig the Cam Ward 1 pick
Doesn't it make sense?
It does against that good of a defense. Now, if Cam Ward comes in and is incredible, then maybe we're talking about him like C.J. Stroud, which would really suck for your Colts that you have two of the best quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Two of the best young quarterbacks
It
in the same division. But, no, I don't have any qualms with any of that. I like the Pearsall pick. I think that's sneaky good. I don't know about Devontae if he'll be as involved as you might think, but I don't hate it because if he's involved at all,
it's going to be...
And he's too good.
Exactly. That's my thing.
And
I think
takes up
Stafford's
so
too
much
good.
attention.
I think Stafford's too good to not be able to feed him. We've seen Kupp and Puka both have 1,000-yard seasons.
Yes.
And you're telling me that Devontae can't get 60 in his first game there? I'm telling you right now, dude, he's going to have like 10 targets.
Well, Stafford's going to be like, wow, now I see why
he's
played
like,
with Aaron for so long.
Yeah, exactly. And
must have been nice for Aaron.
I think Devontae will have 10 targets, dude. I don't know how many he'll catch, but I think they might be a little off rhythm. That might be...
Guys are ridiculous route runner. He just gets up. He shake off the line.
It could be a little rust because they haven't played together for a long time, but like he's been there the whole offseason.
Mm-hmm.
They should be fine. He's going to have 10 targets. Puka's going to have 8. I think he's going to out-target him. I think he's going to out-target Puka Nacua in this game. I do. I think Devontae Adams is just that good. I think they're going to build that chemistry just like him and Kupp did. Yeah, I think he's going to out-target him in this game.
I hope so, because I want nothing but the best for Devontae Adams.
Oh, of course.
And I got the Rams going pretty far this season. So, all right, let's hop into the final segment here. We got our teasers, guys. As you guys know, last year we were pretty profitable with these. Unfortunately, like I said at the beginning of this show, the books changed the odds.
Yep.
We used to get plus 600, now it's plus 500.
So
and
we'll
even on
see.
ESPN Bet, I tried to make one, and it was plus 434.
Oh.
So it's even worse than... So anyway, these are not as good, but we do a 6.6 pick teaser. So Matt, he's changed it on the screen, but you guys can see what the new line is adjusted to from what the book has it at. But so for mine, I'm just going to run through it real quick. I've got the Commanders teased from a -6 to a money line pick. I've got the Steelers teased from a -3 to a +3. I've got the Bucks teased from a -1.5 to a +4.5 on the road in Atlanta. I got the Panthers teased from a +3.5 all the way up to a +9.5, and I like them to win that game. I just didn't put them as a lock of the week. I got the 49ers teased from a -2.5, which you said that line changed, so I might...
It's -1.5.
But up to a +3.5, which would actually be a +4.5 if that line is still there whenever you guys get to the book. And then my final pick is the Rams. I've teased them from a -3 to a +3 at home against the Texans.
I like
and
that.
that thing pays out a +500. I feel pretty darn good about it, and I'm getting plus money in all these teams that I think are going to win the game straight up.
Mm-hmm. And on there, that would be Steelers +3. Yeah, you got the new line on there. I like that.
Yep.
Good job. I didn't do that. I just put new lines on mine. So obviously the adjusted line. I do like the Bucks there at +4.5. I think that's perfect because we do think that they're going to win that game.
Yep.
So you're getting 4.5 points. Love that. Steelers +3. We think they win that game too. We have the Panthers +9.5. Not sure about that because I'm not sure what the Panthers will be. Obviously had a spark at the end of last season, so hopefully that continues on.
They're playing the Jaguars.
I understand that, but we've also seen Trevor Lawrence at times too play really well. So
I'm going to trust a second-year coach.
It's also 9.5 points.
No, I get 10 points with a coach and culture that's been set for a whole year and had an off-season.
Exactly.
Versus a brand new culture that's
coach.
just starting.
Yeah.
And I think that's great, especially with the question marks around Trevor Lawrence and whether he's actually going to be really good.
Niners +4.5. Love that pick because even if they do lose to the Seattle, I think it'll be a 3-point game.
It should
so
be.
That's fine by me. Rams +3. I don't see them losing to the Texans unless Stafford gets hurt during the game. Lord forbid that happens, but I like all of these picks right here. This should cash week 1. We just have a winning teaser right here. That's it.
That's
week
the hope,
1,
at least.
move on, double the bet, keep it rolling. Yeah, I do like that a lot. I'll jump into mine here real quick. As you guys can see, it's a little bit smaller. We're unable to get like the font size correctly, whatever.
Just have to zoom in.
Yeah, exactly. A little teased for time, I guess we could say.
Sure.
I'll start off with mine though. First one, Colts over. Colts Dolphins. I like the over 41.5. I think the Colts are going to come out firing on all cylinders. I do. I think Danny Dimes is actually going to help the Colts a lot with the stability aspect, being more accurate than Richardson was. Also, just being able to get the ball just methodically down the field as opposed to like big chunk plays. So I like the Colts in that one. And also, obviously, you have the Dolphins. With Tua is healthy, they are a very powerful offense. They got Achane, they got Waddle, they got Hill. Like they can make some noise and score a lot of points. So I like the over in that game. I'm not taking a spread there. Next, we're doing Steelers +3. We're doing it.
Yep.
Didn't want to, but I was like, it seems like the easiest pick here. Like we've talked about, Mike Tomlin, he's really good week 1. Also against the Jets. I'm not trusting the Jets. Next, we're on Buccaneers. That game, over 40.5 points against the Falcons. I think the Falcons are going to be pretty good this year. And if the Bucks do win that game, it's going to be like a 27-24. It's going to be a high-scoring game, in my opinion. We're hitting that over 40.5. I think that's way too low because we're getting the 6 points. Next, we're going Panthers-Jags. You just said that you like the Panthers here.
Yeah.
I'm taking the over in that game, over 40.5. I think 40.5, you got to tease that one down too. It's like 40 points is not that many. That's 3 touchdowns a team, and you already hit. So, love that a lot. Next, we're going Texans-Rams. Taking the over in that game too. Over 37.5. You got to tease that number down quite a bit. I think 37.5 is too easy for this team. Obviously, I like them regularly too. I took that over just in one of the locks of the week.
Yep.
Last but not least, this is the one that might scare you a little bit, obviously, as being a resident Packers fan here. We're taking the Lions plus 8.5 against the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field. I just think last year they got swept by the Lions. Am I wrong?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm wrong or right?
You're right.
Okay, yeah. They got swept by the Lions. I get new OC, new DC. We'll see how the Lions actually are. I think that they could be bad, but still be able to keep up with the Packers and only lose by a touchdown. Dan Campbell, he knows what he's doing over there in Detroit. So, give me Motor City Dan Campbell to not lose this game by 9 points.
And that's a plus 500 also over on DraftKings.
Yep.
And DraftKings and FanDuel both have you at plus 500. Those are the 2 books I looked at. And then ESPN Bet would give you like plus 430. So once again, if you guys are going to play teasers, shop around because you're kind of getting ripped off depending on the book you play. And you want to make sure you're getting the best value for your dollars because they're hard-earned dollars. And you don't want to just throw them away. If you hit one, you don't want to be getting plus 430 when the plus 500 was 1 book away.
Yeah.
It's a simple thing. I don't really mind any of those. I notice a lot of overs. 4 overs as opposed to any of the lines. I don't mind lines plus 8.5. I love the Packers. I think we're going to win that game, but 8.5 is a lot of points. I could see that game being a field goal or a touchdown, and you're well within covering that. Steelers plus 3. Steelers plus 3. Steelers plus 3 feels too stupid to not.
It's the steal of the week, I think.
I think Steelers minus 3 is a great bet. That's why we're making it a lock. And you're going to give me 3 points with the better team.
It seems like a freebie in the teaser.
It does.
Like you have 6 picks here, and it's like you get one in there where you're like, I like this line how it was, but I have to take the 6 points. So I guess I'll take the 6 points and just make sure to hedge it a little bit.
Right.
But I don't see the Steelers losing that game at all. Not against the Jets. And yeah, you get a plus 3 on it too. So they can lose by 1. We're still chilling. Obviously, the lock wouldn't hit, but I feel comfortable with both of those. I think the teaser will hit and the lock will too.
Absolutely.
You just got to take the record. You got to take the coach. You got to take the team. Like the team wins. That's just what they do. Mike Tomlin knows how to win games. He knows how to barely make the playoffs or just be right above 500. So
and it's a new era kind of with all the free agents they added.
Oh, for sure.
They're gonna want to start the season strong, and they're in the toughest division in the AFC basically. So, I do not mind that one bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys as always for tuning in. We do appreciate it. If you guys stuck around to the very end, just leave something in the comments saying you made it to the end. That always helps us know that you guys stuck around. As always, like I said, we're here to bet. This is week 1. We're hyped about it. Couldn't be more excited. It's always fun to do the Sunday video. I think it's our best video of the week. Matt, you got anything else to say to the fine people before we bail on out of here?
Yeah, I want to let you guys know. Stay tuned for next week. Next Sunday, we will have AI picks. We are going to be asking AI for their picks. And what we're doing...
A teaser.
We're going to have AI make a teaser, okay? And we're going to take their teaser. We'll have it right back here up on the screen. And we're going to go toe-to-toe and see if we can hit more. Obviously, AI can, think a lot faster than we can. We have feel. AI does not. So that is something that is going for us. Other than that, stay tuned for that. We'll catch you guys for the Sunday night video. We got a Monday night video. And then we'll go week 2, Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday. Like, that's what we're going to be here all year. So we got 4 videos every single week. Stay tuned for all of that. I think that's all we got, right?
That's pretty much all we got. As always, guys, like we say here on the channel, protecting your bag is the most important thing. The bag is how much money you got to bet, and once you run out, you're done. Obviously, you should only bet if you have the money to do it. We preach responsible gambling over here. Don't bet if you don't have the money to do it. If you do have the money to do it, protect your bag. Beat the book. That's what we try to do here. And, without further ado, Matt.
Catch you guys in the next video. Go Colts!